Hello, this is Kaya, aka Sketchy-saram. This is my YouTube channel. Welcome. uh, I can't believe that it's almost been a year since I made the garden party animatic. I mean, it feels like it was just not that long ago, but a lot has happened since then, I guess. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I still get the occasional comments on that video and follow, for which I'm very appreciative. But I don't really understand why people follow me. I have like one video and that's it. And I always feel guilty. I'm like, what do you expect? I don't know that there's ever going to be anything else. But I guess I decided to make this or to post this video. One, for you people who followed me with no indication that you were ever going to get anything else out of it. And also to just kind of look back on it, and think about the making of it. You can see the art here. The original, this is just the Procreate, you can set Procreate to record the process video. And I never turn that off, so it does that for all of my stuff. But which is, I think it's a neat feature. So I didn't really have to do much for this video except add some music so that it wasn't quite so boring. And then I thought, it might be nice to do kind of a I'm not going to talk for the whole video, but I just wanted to, do a little bit of voiceover. I sped it up a bit, even from what Procreate recorded it at. And it's still a whopping 23 minutes, unless it might end up being shorter. I don't know how long a video YouTube is going to let me have. I'm not like a big creator or anything, but anyway, but as of when I'm recording this, it's 23 minutes long and change, so but I'm not going to talk that long. I just wanted to sort of say hi, be like, hello, this is me, I'm the artist. So this video, again, it's quite literally just the drawing of my animatic, which I did all on one canvas. I would just, basically each frame was a new layer, and sometimes I would do sketches and then draw over top of them, but a lot of times it was just me, I would just draw it, and wing it, and that would be it. Because, even when I started this project, I knew that if I made it too complicated, I was never going to finish it, which is how I am with everything. I either ride in on that like crazy inspiration train, and just like bam something out, or it just never gets finished. So, and that's exactly what I did with this. I remember the day I started it, I was like, I'm just gonna draw some, I'll just start this, just draw a couple of panels, and then the next thing I knew, I was like spending 8 hours a day at the coffee shop, which I was living in Korea at the time. And it was yeah, I think it was Blanc coffee at that time. Anyway, and I was just there for like 8 hours a day. And that was when all the baristas like knew me by sight. I mean, they kind of did anyway. I was like the one of only a few foreigners living in that town, but but I was there all day. I'd get like 3 cups of coffee and just sit there, and the whole thing from start to finish took me about a week. But I mean, that was a week of full time just drawing for like 8 hours a day. Yeah, it took me almost exactly a week, and I finished it. Uh, it was so close to being done, but I hadn't quite decided on music for it. And then I was listening to, Billie Eilish, and I heard that song. Oh, now the name's not gonna come out and play. Yeah, yeah, because I was watching a different animatic. It was a Critical Role animatic, and I was like, oh my God, this song would be perfect. I know. Usually you hear a cool song and you're like, oh sweet, I want to make an animatic to that. But like, I totally just did it backwards. I had this idea of this story of Advi and Felix in my head, and I just wanted to make something out of it. I'd been watching a lot of animatics at the time, Critical Role and also The Adventure Zone. And I just got it into my head like I can make an animatic. I mean, it's not as complicated as making an actual, animation. How bad could it be? Well, yeah, let's just say that after that week, I definitely needed a break. I was so tired. Oh, and that's what I was saying is like, so whenever I actually finished it, it was like, I don't know, maybe 2 a.m. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed and then I'll worry about music later. And then that song kind of like hit me. And then I was like, oh, I can't just leave it. I mean, it's so close to being done. And at that point, yeah, it was just, it was coffee and sheer determination that was pushing me forward. And just that the end being in sight, I was like, I just want to, I need to be free of this thing so, so I can continue to live my life. But I think probably I would have to say, artistically speaking, it's the biggest project I've ever undertaken, which probably sounds sad. Like, there are some artists that spend so much time and effort making, every single piece that they make. And, but, a week for me was a lot. That was some commitment right there. And it's something I've never done before and have not attempted afterwards. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if we'll ever be seeing another, animatic like this. I hope so. I have one that's in like a sketch stage, which is not something I did for this one. This one I was drawing by the seat of my pants as I went. You can see the exact process. There was never any thumbnails. I didn't plan it out. I was just like, and then next this is gonna happen, and then next this is gonna happen. But it is fun. I'm watching the video as I'm recording this. It is fun to see how, it was so sketchy at the beginning. I wasn't quite sure what the characters looked like. I did a lot of like, I would do, sometimes 2 or 3 passes of sketches before I finally settled on one that I liked. And then towards the end, I became so much more confident with the characters and what they looked like, and I started to draw them like in a simpler style so that I could just get through it. So that is kind of fun to go back and watch. Yeah, but I do have ideas for a few more animatics, at least 2, although one is very, I don't know, kind of more artsy. It's just sort of dramatic. The other one is a lot more tangible. It's kind of a Christmas themed animatic. Will we see it for Christmas 2020? Who knows? I mean, you would think so, considering that I don't have anything else to do right now, but I guess we'll see how that goes. But that one I am actually drawing out like thumbnails and stuff, which should theoretically make my life a lot easier when I get around to actually drawing the pan. Why is my voice? It sounds like I've been talking for a million years. You can tell I'm not talking a lot during quarantine and stuff. Anyway, so I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure where any of you are coming from or who even might be watching this video. If you're just a person who likes art, then I hope you enjoy my questionable quality of sketching. If you're an Arcana fan, then hey, what's up? Welcome. I know this is like so very loosely actually Arcana related. You see Julian and Nadia like at the very beginning and the very end, but it is undoubtedly mostly a next generation fan work. And I I draw mostly just next generation kiddos. These guys are my favorite, Felix and Advi. Felix, the short-haired lad there, is my character. He is the adopted child of Julian and my apprentice from the playthrough, Celeste, who you can see in the video. And Advi, the long-haired child, non-binary, it belongs to Lazy Voyager. I think Lazy Voyager on Instagram, Tumblr, and YouTube, but don't quote me on that. I know the first two for sure, but I'm pretty sure she's on YouTube. She's definitely on YouTube. I think under Lazy Voyager. I'll link it probably in the thing below. And that kind of came about sort of, I guess, as all good ships do. Basically, Lazy created, all these like next generation characters, and I was absolutely enchanted by the well, I have a thing for redhead freckles just anyway, or freckled redhead characters anyway, and they were all like freckled and redheaded. But Advi just had this like long, huge waterfall of red hair, and I just wanted to wrap myself in it. And I had, Celeste and Julian's adopted kids, Felix and Ren. And I was like, I really love the contrast of Advi being this like uptight, kid who is prepping to be, ruler of Vesuvia someday and just really serious. And then you've got Felix who is decidedly none of those things. He's not disciplined. He's not serious. He's not, I was gonna say he's not motivated, but like he's just not motivated by the same kind of things that Advi is, I suppose. And that contrast is really, really fun and has been for over a year now. I can't believe I've been drawing them for over a year, but anyway, I talked way longer than I had actually intended to talk here. I'm just gonna play some Kevin Macleod, the royalty-free or copyright-free music from the Arcana game here at the end. If you've actually made it this far, I congratulate you. I can't say that I would. You are more than welcome to, skip through this. But I really wanted to, while I'm working on other stuff that might never get finished, God knows, I just wanted to post something to be like, hello, I see you, I acknowledge you, thank you for coming, I appreciate it. I can't believe I have over 100 subscribers. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But welcome, thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoy this little look into the making of Garden Party, which was, it was a time. It was definitely a time. And I'm gonna shut up now. Peace out, yo.